Let's dive right into wedding photography pricing principle number one. Your price should have nothing to do with your costs. What is cost-based pricing anyway? Well, that's when you take your total costs, equipment, travel, assistants, albums, you add some type of desired profit margin, and that equals your price. So for example, your average cost per wedding is $600. You want to earn 4 times that as your margin, so you charge $2,400. This is wrong. This is not the correct way that wedding photography or any other type of art should be priced. Why not? Because this is internally focused. It's not market-based. And as a result, it's going to be very easy to under or overprice yourself. Let's look at one example. This photograph is called Rhine 2. It was by a photographer named Andreas Gursky. It was a large print printed on plexiglass. So let's give the photographer the benefit of the doubt. Let's say it cost $600 to print. And then let's say the cost of making this photograph added another $400. So let's give it $1,000 in costs. Well, how much should he have charged then? 100% profit margin? That would have been a price of $2,000. How about $5,000? How about $10,000? That's 10 times his cost. Pretty good margin, right? Well, when Mr. Gursky finally sold this photograph at auction, he made $4.3 million. I'm not saying you're going to make $4.3 million with your photography, but what I am saying is, why would you attempt to base your photography on an artificial, internally derived number when you may have paying clients willing to pay much more? If you're not going to base your prices based on costs, how then should prices be set? You're going to set your prices by charging what the market will bear. What does this mean? Well, I'm going to get into a lot more details further on in the course, but for now, let me just give you a little preview. Suppose your booking rate is greater than 65%. That means of the potential wedding clients that sit down and meet with you, you're booking more than 65% of them. If that's the case, then your price is probably too low and you've got plenty of room to go higher. On the other hand, if you're booking less than 35% of your potential wedding clients, then that's a sign your pricing may be too high. And then in between is the sweet spot. Now, this is just a rough rule of thumb. To a certain degree, it's also going to depend heavily on your marketing. So if your marketing is so good that you're booking lots of meetings, then you can afford to have a lower booking rate and so therefore a higher price. On the other hand, if you're not getting that many meetings, then you probably need a higher booking rate, which means a lower price. So that's pricing principle number one. Your price should have nothing to do with costs. Charge what the market will bear.